take your hats off. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jay Roberts is going to come up and sing the national anthem for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You want our vote?
How's that way to start this rally off, huh? And my apologies, I just realized this old insenility, not disrespect for me not downing my cap on the national anthem. My apologies. I'd like all the oath keepers in the audience, please come up with us on the steps here at the moment. Oath keepers are a nonpartisan association of current serving military, reserves, National Guard, veterans, peace officers, firemen, who have sworn to keep their oath, the oath that they took. That along with citizens who will stand by us and help us support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. Foreign and domestic. Right now, what the oath keepers do, we've all taken an oath to support this nation. Going to give you the opportunity to either renew the oath if you've taken it or take it for the first time. So please, again, remove your hats, raise your right hand. Don White, the acting chapter president for Massachusetts, is going to administer the oath for us. Wherever Don is. Oh. After I say aye, please state your full name. I, Donald White, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, pledging my life, my fortune, and my sacred honor. So help me God. Oh yeah! I wanted quickly to read one quote that I thought was so appropriate, especially today, especially in Connecticut. It was taken from a letter by George Washington to James Madison. Very simply it says, "No morn ever dawned more favorable than ours did, and no day was ever more clouded than the present. Wisdom and good examples are necessary at this time to rescue the nation from the political impending storm." George Washington. Again, we have to be calm, we have to be vigilant in what we do. God bless America.
All right, thank you all for coming out today. We got anybody here from outside of Connecticut today? Let me hear ya. Thank you. I understand we have people from the West Virginia Citizens Defense League here.
All right.
Mississippi Carry. Scope from upstate New York. New Hampshire. Massachusetts. Vermont. New Jersey. I know there's a lot of other states. I can't count them all. There's 57, right?
Get some filmage going. I already got some good
Thank you all
stuff.
for coming out today.
I left my camera.
My name is Scott Wilson. I am the president of the Connecticut Citizens Defense League. I am proud to stand before all of you on this day. We are marking 1 year since the governor of this state essentially made the Second Amendment a privilege and not a right.
Good to see you.
That does not sit well with any of us. Last year, during the legislative session, Governor Dan L.P. Malloy referred to us all as the fringe of the fringe. This was the label that a sitting governor attached to people that go to work, pay their bills, raise their children, and pay their taxes so that they can try to live in peace. This year, Governor Malloy made the claim that our side lost and that we should just get over it. I don't know about you. I am only not over it. I am madder than hell. This failure of a governor makes this statement as if Public Act 13-3 is some sort of permanent fixture of a law that can be never changed. That this law can never be repealed. That a law that is passed by this legislature and signed by this governor is the final word over how we must live.
No way.
This governor and too many in our state legislature seem to feel as though we must just sit back and be quiet and accept this as our ultimate fate while they poke at us and rattle our cage doors. This Public Act 13-3 was passed at a time when the legislature and the governor were facing a lot of scrutiny for their poor decision-making in many areas outside the realm of firearms. A tragedy in a small, quiet town in Connecticut gave these lawmakers tremendous cover for the dismal condition of this state. Gun control was the fig leaf that concealed their disastrous failures.
That's amazing. Is that a Garand? I think that's a Garand.
CCO along with the plaintiffs is supporting the NRA are waiting today, and we will have our side heard in the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. We are very eager for this day. Thank you. Whether we're being here or not remains to be seen. Ultimately, we will win out because we know that we are on the side of right. The framers of our Constitution were explicit in what their intent was. While we await action from the courts, we recognize that this year is election year. We all know this, right? During this year's legislative session, any discussion of gun control, either pro or con, was missing from proposed bills. I am not wondering why. Are you? Certain legislators are hiding from their vote last year and are probably grateful that no talk of gun control has come up so far. Some of them are not just hiding, some of them are throbbing at their noses at us while hiding in plain sight as they run for higher office. Other folks that are running for higher office, including one mayor that congratulated Governor Cuomo in New York for signing the SAFE Act into law. He thinks he can win as well. He also partakes in membership with another anti-gun organization called Mayors Against Illegal Guns. As far as these candidates can go, we can do better than this. We have had it with these types. All of us have finally had it. Many people, some in the media and some in the political realm, doubt our abilities as gun owners to help make changes with the state legislature or with the governor's seat. They are saying that we will not show up when or where it matters. That too many of us do not vote or are not willing to help in other ways. Please, do not let these people define who we are or what we will do. That is what I am asking of you today. If we are going to win, we will have to do more than just voting. I am asking Second Amendment supporters to get out of their comfort zone and contribute a few dollars to a good candidate or two. That will not be enough. I am asking for people to volunteer on campaigns. That will not be enough. Some of us can stuff envelopes. Still not enough. Go door to door and help some of our candidates. We're getting closer. Educate your fellow citizens about our rights and responsibilities as citizens. That's going to get us there.
It's absolutely stunning the amount of people that are here.
And we must do them starting today. Please, reach out to our Second Amendment candidates in your district and help. They need your help so that they can help us preserve our rights.
Where are they?
After the conventions,
Two of them. Where are they? Where? What sign? See the blue sign?
And please decide for yourselves today and start to help those that you think that you can count on. If you have never been involved, please start today. To all of you that have joined us on this afternoon, I want to thank you for
standing
in defense of our liberty.
Anti-Second Amendment people that are right there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Christopher Mader from the Meat and Potato Show down here in Hartford, Connecticut for the gun rally. It's the first time I've ever been to one of these. It's really exciting. The amount of people that are here is absolutely stunning. They got sound systems everywhere. I just opened up the video. I wanted to get a feel for the crowd, so I'm going to keep videotaping here. I'm going to do this in multiple parts throughout the day. I'm going to try to get some interviews, some individual photos, but this is going to be the main video here. So yeah, Saturday.
But I've reduced my thoughts to a poem.
Crappy day, but this is what we got. It's amazing the amount of people here, so I'm going to keep filming.
Politicians are scurrying. It's never too late to show off their new gun laws. Their imaginations don't bore, while those that actually follow them are steamed.
A lot of people are carrying here too. It's awesome.
Pisano, McKinney, Yaccarino, to only name a few. Last year they shredded the U.S. Constitution and the Connecticut one too. They still have no idea what they actually voted for, but their knee-jerk reaction is really hard to ignore. Law-abiding citizens now trying to understand why Hartford thinks them criminals with their wants and demands. It is comply or jail the legislature did propound, while telling the public, don't dare make a sound. We know most of all what is better for you. Those black guns, they're scary. Take them away, boo-hoo. How dare did you ever think you deserve so much might? We will take them away, and you hence will not fight. And as the long lines gathered at the DPS door to register the items that our legislature swore, it would take it all out on, but the evidence was quite clear. It is those in Hartford that we should all fear. Although elected to represent us, their ignorance does confound. It is the voice of you people that really must resound. Get rid of the traitors on both sides of the aisle. I'll promise you this, the children will then smile. They have awakened a beast, one with a great roar, and hopefully next fall we will even the score. As we vote out of office those knee-jerk politicians for their condescending actions regarding our munitions. And so as I close this most timely poem, I hope that you all let the words within roam. It is scary when forced to look at your leaders with fright. But now on to November, and keep that ballot box in sight. Thank you, and God bless America.
God bless.
Thank you, Craig Fishbein. Up next, this person actually helped to train our lead attorney for the lawsuit with firearms. He took time out of his life, and I think that we should give him an opportunity to come up here and speak today. Please help me welcome Doug Dubitsky.
Hello, my name is Doug Dubitsky. I have something to read to you. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Everybody's
Creator
carrying. It's awesome.
with unalienable rights. Unalienable rights. That is one of the main precepts upon which our nation was built. That is the foundation of our country. The government didn't give us our rights, so they can't take them away. Yet here we are. Here we are, thousands of people, thousands of Americans standing shoulder to shoulder. Our rights have been stripped from us. How did we get here? How did we get to a place where the basic tenets of our country say that our rights are unalienable, and yet we're standing here without our rights? I'll tell you how we got here. We were lazy. We were lazy. We were a little too comfortable that our rights would be there always. And we're sitting back and saying, we've got our rights, we've got our guns, nobody's going to come and take these away. And everybody kept telling us, they're not coming to take your guns. And some of us believed it. And what did we do? We sat back and we didn't do anything when people who didn't believe and don't believe in our basic tenets of government, that these are unalienable rights given to us by our Creator, put people in office that also didn't believe that. We sat back and let others control how our rights were affected by legislation. We sat back and watched as our elected officials decided that they didn't believe that our rights were unalienable. They believed that government gives us our rights and government can take them away.
You're getting a treat. Yeah.
So what do we do about it?
Load them out. Get rid of them.
That's right. What we do about it is we stop being lazy and we decide that we are going to be the ones that put people in office. We are going to be the ones that stand up and say, these are our rights. These are the rights of every person standing here. These are the rights of every person in every district in this state, every state in this nation. We have to do the work because the people who don't believe what we believe are doing the work against us. You may have heard the people who put this law in place are forming a super PAC to fight you. We need to do everything we can to make sure every day every week, every month, and every year for the rest of our lives that we are standing up and protecting those rights because they do not protect themselves. And if we get lazy, and if we sit back and are comfortable with our rights, the people that do not believe in the basic pretense of our civilization in the United States are going to keep incorrectly creeping in, putting people in office, and electing and taking away those things, those rights that millions of people have died for.
Dogs are flipping out. Now I finally made my way to the back side of here. It's really, really something. Easily a few thousand people here. Easily. It's an absolutely beautiful building. Stunning building. Look at that.
And that's what I'm doing, and I hope you do it too. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Up next, we have a father from Newtown, Connecticut. Please help me welcome Bill Stevens.
Brought a little sign with me. A lot of us parents in Newtown, we formed a group. Because a lot of us support the Second Amendment, and not only do we support the Second Amendment, we exercise it. We are Newtown, and we choose freedom. I was going to invite some of my friends from Newtown, but there's such a huge crowd here. I think maybe about like 20, 25, I think. Using my Chris Matthews glasses, there's about maybe 100 people here today. But as I said before, there's only there's a small fraction of the many Newtown residents that, like me, we were certainly heartbroken over what happened in our town, but we strongly oppose the legislation that was signed by Daniel Malloy last year. And as we all know, it wasn't the AR-15 that killed 26 innocent people in my town. It was a mentally ill shooter who pulled the trigger, and this law does nothing to address that. But we all know it was never Malloy's intention to solve the real problem. All along, it was how best to exploit the tragedy in Newtown in order to advance
never let a crisis go to waste.
Agenda. After a recent setback in courts, as Scott said earlier, Malloy told a resident at a town hall meeting, "Your side lost. Get over it." Yeah. Well, Governor, let me give you a refresher on Article 1, Section 2 of the Connecticut State Constitution, which reads, "All political power is inherent in the people, and all governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit, and they at all times have an undeniable and indefeasible right to alter their form of government in such manner as they may think expedient." That's really what it says. So, Governor, our side lost. Get over it. There was a guy named John Paul Jones who once said to the British, I have not yet begun to fight.
That's right.
But Malloy had some help up here at the Capitol. Help from an oath breaker, a guy named Senator John McKinney, who now wants to be our governor. I think he's Russian because he's got a funny middle name. It sounds like Musco. John Musco McKinney. He says we don't need more than 10 rounds in our guns. So-called high-capacity magazines.
What does that even mean? What? High capacity. What does that mean, a high capacity magazine?
For more than 10 years. And
They want them to have more bullets than you got.
Exactly, right.
And we don't need you. Speaking of high-capacity magazines, I can't remember how many rounds I put in here this morning. Was it 10 or more? I forget. Well, maybe John could come over to my house and demand that I show him how many rounds I have in my magazine. Come on over, John. The German Shepherds will give you a nice warm welcome. Instead of chewing on deer bones, they can chew on a rhino. Come on over, John. You know where I live. And thanks to the Sipsey Street Irregulars, we know where you live too, John. And speaking of rhinos, as Scott said earlier, Mayor Mark Bolton of Danbury is still a member of Nanny Bloomberg's anti-gun slush fund, Mayors Against Illegal Guns.
I'm actually getting closer. I'm going to try to get up by the stage here.
When he signed the SAFE Act in my home state of New York, and now he wants to be our governor. Not happening. But the new castrati in the Connecticut GOP, as Rush Limbaugh says, they will stammer, but, we need these guys. They're fiscal conservatives. We need a moderate Republican in Connecticut to replace Malloy and fix the economy. Well, let me give the Connecticut GOP, and the national GOP for that matter, a lesson from old blood and guts himself, General George S. Patton, who once said, "I'd rather have a Panzer division in front of me than a French army behind me." And Patton's right. Why trade our liberal enemy, Daniel Malloy, for an oath-breaking rhino as governor? Someone who will vote our rights away, but promises to fix the economy and lower our taxes. So you expect us to give up our unalienable rights endowed by our Creator for lower taxes? I'm sorry, but our rights are not for sale. This November, the great citizens, the patriots of Connecticut, we're going to choose our representatives and our next governor from a group of patriots who will uphold and defend the Constitution first. And as a bonus, hopefully they'll lower our taxes and improve the economy. This November, we're going to clean out the Capitol Zoo, no more donkeys, and no more rhinos. Clean out the zoo. In closing, I have a question for you guys. How many of you have seen the movie 300?
Yes.
All right. Remember that scene when Leonidas and his men, they just left Sparta and they're marching along the path, and they meet up with the Arcadians, and Leonidas asks what their profession is? And then afterwards, I'm going to ask you this question, and I want you to give me the same response. Let me ask you, Connecticut gun owners, what is your profession? Not too many decided.
I just don't.
Anyway, by that response, I can tell Daniel Malloy that I brought more soldiers than you. Thank you very much. God bless America. God bless the Constitution.
Okay. I'm going to shut off. We'll film some other stuff in a little bit. I'm going to get some photographs and be looking for part 2 here. Meat and potatoes, conservative talk, and awesome rock.
We don't have too many from CCDL actually speaking
See you in
today,
part 2.
But We are in the middle of a major lawsuit right now against the state of Connecticut, so that requires some